Oops.
I got drunk on Saturday night for the first time in a long time.
How was it? I saw your hungover song.
It was super fun. Yeah, but waking up hungover, it was very disorienting because I hadn't been hungover in, I want to say like a year.
Did you feel it today? We're recording this on Monday.
I haven't really thought about it. No, because I was pretty good yesterday about really cleaning my body out.
Nice.
I didn't just give myself like a greasy food, shitty cheat day.
Right.
I was drinking a lot of water, drinking this green juice, stuff like that. But dude, the thing about being hungover now, when you're younger and you're so accustomed to being hungover, you know how to get through it. And you're just like, a couple sips of Gatorade.
Is that it?
Coffee, sweat it out.
Do you think that's it?
I think you're so familiar with being hungover that it doesn't freak you out.
Is there any chance, what? I know it's like a balancing of these two things. What you just said, but also you are physically better at handling it.
Of course. Your body,
right?
Your body is resilient,
Slightly more.
There's something about the young brain. I don't know.
The bounce back time is quicker.
Absolutely.
Sleeping in is enough.
Yeah.
Whereas in your 30s, you need a nap. And then as Sean Donnelly has said, which I find hilarious, he's like, once you're in your 40s, you take it with you forever.
You take a hangover with you forever? That's great.
Funny, right?
That's really funny.
I thought that was a great line.
Hangover, dude, I was hungover on Sunday and it scared me.
It sucks.
Meaning, because when, think about times when you get sick, and I'm talking like throwing up,
right?
And you're not sure what's going on, and you get the flu, and you're like, I'm fucking dying right now. Right? That's how foreign the hangover felt. And I remember waking up in my bed and being like, what happened? What is going on? Why do I feel this way? I haven't woken up feeling this bad in so long. And so I was like, okay, I'm hungover. Oh, that's right. And then I had to dust off the instruction manual in my brain for how to cope with a hangover. Yeah, I was like, all right.
Page 3.
Refer to, this is the safety briefing. It's like, fuck, I haven't gone through this in a long time. And it was like, all right, get out of bed, take a shower, brush your teeth, go upstairs, make extra coffee, right? Drink some water, make sure you have breakfast. And then it was like Advil. Yeah. And then, get outside, allow yourself to just watch TV for a while.
Totally. Chapter 7, you will be hornier than you expect.
Jerk off.
That is normal.
Get that poison out of your body. That is
toxic nut, brother.
That is poisonous sperm. As I've said before, it will burn a hole through your shirt if you come on yourself. So be careful. Be very careful. Also, the porn you're going to want to watch for that jerk off.
It's going to be weird.
Not good porn. Not safe. Not safe. You want that to just be a one-off, okay?
Yeah, delete that browser history afterward, please. Do yourself a favor. Dude, that's great. So, dude, I remember I had a hangover like that was like really unusual. I was in Africa, and I was working on a project there. Hopefully one day you guys will all know about it. We'll see. But we had one touristy thing planned. I was running on fumes. I was so excited to be in Africa. And the night before, I had brought a girl home in Africa, which I felt was like an interesting thing.
Sure.
Anyway, I got yelled at by my Airbnb host being like, you shouldn't be bringing girls home for your own safety. I was like, all right, pal, that's a little fucked up.
Wow.
Getting a little too involved. The next day, we were going on a hike. I felt great in the car. I was so psyched. I'm in Africa. Then the hike began. And dude, it was this crazy hike. It was a 14,000 foot. The top, or it might have been 12,000. I think it was 12,500.
I'm going to pause you for a quick
peak.
second.
Yeah.
How long was the car ride to the hike?
2 hours.
See, that is actually scarier to me than the hike.
Why?
Getting in a car and sitting in the back seat and having to ride. I'm not sure you were in the back seat.
I think I was.
Being driven.
Hungover, right?
At someone else's like own pace. You don't know how poorly they're going to drive. In hungover is my worst nightmare.
So, has this ever happened to you? The hangover hits you later in the day?
Yeah, sure. You're drunk for a while.
Okay,
and then
so we had to wake up early. I had a late night. I slept maybe an hour or two. Didn't matter. I was running on fumes, feeling good. And the guy was like, this is kind of a hard hike. But I'm just referencing the hiking app, where like in the hiking app, the hikes that are hard are still doable hungover. Like it's like the hardest hike in Malibu will be like hard and it's still doable. I'm like, I was like, I've hiked. I've hiked. So I get there, they made us like rent boots, which I was like, why do we have to do this? We get to the point right even before we actually start the incline. And I was like, oh fuck, I feel like shit.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. For the next 5 hours, if I had to look down at my feet exclusively, if I were to have looked up, I would have started puking. There were gorillas we could see on this hike, supposedly. If we had seen a gorilla, dude, I wouldn't have given a fuck.
Oh, I know that feeling.
It's a terrible feeling. And it wasn't like a clear path, dude. Like there was a guy in the front with a machete, like clearing the way, and there was a soldier with us.
God.
Just in case like some critter, or we're also on like the border of this like contested territory with the Congo.
Sounds less like a hike and more like a search.
Exactly. So we were like, there was a soldier just in case things got weird. And bro, I'm not kidding you. I fell 60 times. I slipped and fell in the mud 60 times. It was the most miserable thing I've ever done in my life. And it just, you talking about being hungover reminded me.
Dude, you make the point of if you'd seen a gorilla, you wouldn't have cared. And that's so spot on. There's something so sad about doing a cultural event when you're hungover and you're traveling. I climbed to the top of the Duomo.
Oh, wow.
Super hungover. And I was wearing Birkenstock sandals. And let me the reason I was wearing Birkenstock sandals to climb those 5,000 stairs was because the night before at 3 a.m. in the nightclub, I decided to try for the first time a standing backflip. I thought that was the moment to see if I had it. I didn't have it. Didn't have it even close. Thank God I got over my head at least. But then what happened was various parts of my body hit the cement dance floor in succession. So first, like my face hit, but I was over my face. So I hit my lip, and then like my elbow hit, and then my like hand and wrist hit, and then my knees hit.
Oh my God.
And then my ankles, and then finally my toes hit. Dude, my toes were the worst part. My toes, it was as if I had kicked the ground in a pinwheel hard as I could. And I certainly broke my big toe. It was so swollen that the next day I couldn't put closed-toed shoes on.
That's why you wore the stocks.
Which is why I wore Birkenstocks.
Holy shit.
And still climbed the steps of the Duomo.
Dude, that's crazy.
And when you're that hungover and you're in that much pain, you're just surviving.
I know.
So cultural attractions, you're not going to enjoy the sights.
Nope.
You're just like
worried about survival.
I'm here to get through whatever you're bringing to me.
Dude, 100%. That's also the image of you hitting in succession one bone at a time. That reminds me of when they're like, they have you in a crunch in a Pilates class and they want you to decline one piece of your spine at a time.
One vertebrae at a time.
One vertebrae at a time. It's the same, but the opposite. Started at your throat.
Yes.
Boom, boom,
Dude,
boom, boom.
Every part of my body, there were so many different parts that hurt so acutely, where they'd all just smacked in a heap of bones hitting the ground at different times.
Dude, there have been times when I was in college, I used to teach tennis in the Hamptons. There were nights where I did not sleep. I was out partying and I tried to sleep and I did not sleep at all. And I would get on the court at 8 a.m. for my first lesson, still wasted.
Yeah.
And I remember wanting to just break down and start sobbing. Yeah. Being like, I'm going to be out here all day. I do not know what I'm going to do.
But there's something where you say, this is my fault. I brought this upon myself. I have to get through it.
Totally. And it's dangerous when you get through it because then you feel invincible.
Yeah.
And you don't forget that you had no business completing that day.
I can suck it up for one day. That's your mindset.
It was like fucking... I was like, I walked out there as if someone had just bashed me in the head with a hammer or something.
Dude, I know that feeling.
It's terrible.
Being so loopy. You're like, are we exercising right now? We're really exercising? Because I can't walk.
Dude, even as an adult, man, it happened when I used to still teach tennis, and it would always be those tough classes the first thing in the morning. It would be like the 8-year-old boys who are the worst. Like you get on the court all hungover and immediately they all just point their rackets at you like they're machine guns, be like, you're like, great, this is terrible. There's no chance that they don't show because there's 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So at least a couple of them are and dude, on the way over, I've talked about this before, but I would fantasize about them all dying. on the ride over. I was like, maybe they're all on the same bus and it's going to drive off the 59th Street Bridge and somehow they won't make it. It's fucked up.
I love it.
Chris is like,
dude, the world has enough kids. Enough young people running around. Dude, those hangovers, man.
They're rough.
Yeah, but, you know, it's amazing how later in life, because for some of my friends, they still have that thing of while they're drinking, they're not aware of what is coming the next morning.
Yes.
You know, they're like, oh, big night out. And there's no off switch.
Yeah.
It's just like the night ends when it ends.
I know.
And they're not going to be out till 5 a.m. anymore. Nobody really has the energy for that. But there's no limit to what they'll drink.
Right, right.
Whereas I have an awareness of I'm at drink 8 now.
Okay.
That's the end of my
my
line.
Yeah. I don't have that, but I'm also pretty good at not getting into that situation.
Hey, thanks for watching that video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. If you liked it, subscribe to our channel or check out some of these other great clips.
Oops.